Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe.
And together we are the Maladjusted Misfits.
And this is the one where we talk about friends.
Joe, please do the podcast with me.
All right. Calm down, Adam. I willingly do it every week.
Yeah, okay, sorry. See, I used to do some acting. Welcome, Misfits, and hello to any new Friends fans that have stumbled across our podcast.
Every week we rewatch the next episode in sequential order because that makes the most sense.
And we break it down.
And look up trivia.
And we give our own maladjusted take on the whole giving up everything Rachel ever touched, used, sat on, slept on episode.
And we try and make each other laugh.
And fingers crossed, one of you two.
Oh, yeah, that too. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Good. Whoops, I bumped my mic.
Whoops, I bumped my mic.
Anything exciting going on this week?
No.
No.
Just regular stuff.
Yeah. You did give Eleanor a haircut just on her head and neck, and it looks funny because she has a poofy round body and a little tiny head.
Yeah, I was going to trim her down. She just hates getting her head cut, so I figured I'd get that out of the way.
You got to do it in stages.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing this week?
This week we're doing the One With The Yeti.
All right, what's our IMDb episode plot?
The gang become frustrated with Emily's demands. Monica and Rachel mistake their new neighbor for a Yeti, and Phoebe inherits her fur coat.
Sounds weird.
It is.
All right, our episode director is Gary Halverson, returning director. He directed the one with all the kissing. He directed one in season 4, and he'll be back 53 more times, directing between now and the end of the series.
Yeah, I recognize his name as a regular that pops up.
Yeah. He's the one I said directed a lot of live opera shows. Yeah, he directed 109 live opera shows over the past 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. Not just some. 109.
109's a lot. That's 109 more live opera shows than I've seen.
I was going to say, I've never seen one. Episode writer is Alexi Young. Returning writer, we have her one more time in season 5, and then no more Friends episodes written by her.
Aww.
But don't fret, because she went on to write for The West Wing after Friends, and you like that show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What's the original air date?
November 5th, 1998.
Oh, we're getting so close to 1999.
That week in the box office top 10 was Belly, a film in which two young friends involved in organized crime and drug dealing find that their priorities differ. Starring DMX, Nas, and Hassan Johnson.
I've never heard of that.
I used to see the box.
At the video store?
Yeah, at the video store.
Wow. All right.
Then we had a re-release of the classic Wizard of Oz, which managed the number 5 spot. We all know the story of a girl that lives in Black and Whiteville, Kansas, and it gets blown into Technicolor. Lots of animals and sorcery, and then she wakes up. And the number 2 spot was The Siege.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Denzel Washington, Annette Bening, and Bruce Willis, where a rash of terrorist attacks in NYC lead to martial law in the city. It's a drama that was a tad prophetic and ignored.
Oh.
And on a lighter side, the number 1 movie was The Waterboy. And a role that stressed the acting abilities of Adam Sandler, who plays a lower IQ'd individual with anger management problems that gets on a team when it's learned he tackles real good. Also starring Kathy Bates and Fairuza Balk, who join for an easy payday as well.
I thought it was funny that Kathy Bates was in that, because she was always in such...
Right.
You know,
and she's very silly. I remember we like some Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
He's silly. I like to make fun of him because it's easy to make fun of him. But I remember her line from The Waterboy, because she prepared a snake for dinner.
Yes.
And somebody was like, what part should I have? And then she was like, snakes don't have parts. If it is anything, I'd call it the knee.
Are you ready for some trivia?
I am ready.
All right, this is the last appearance of Ross's first apartment.
Bump, bump, bump.
And I don't think he's going to get his security deposit back after Marcel.
No.
This is one of 2 episodes where the lobby of the apartment building is seen.
Oh.
The second is the one with all the cheesecakes.
Nice, yes.
Similar, this is the second of 2 episodes where the basement of Monica, Rachel, and Chandler and Joey's building is seen.
Yep.
The first was the one where the monkey gets away.
A lot of monkey reminders in this episode. They're really getting rid of all the stuff that Marcel pissed on.
Yes,
That's what they're getting rid of.
Yeah, I would too. Phoebe's boot knife is never mentioned, acknowledged. After she sets it down and leaves it, she just, yanks it out.
I like that. There was something else I noticed about that.
Okay.
I'll get to when we get there.
This is the final on-screen appearance of Helen Baxendale as Emily Waltham, though she does have a voiceover appearance in the one with the ride-along later in 1999.
Yes.
Ross and Rachel only share one scene together in this episode, and that's towards the end.
Yeah.
And Phoebe doesn't want the coat because it's an animal product, but earlier in the season, she was fine receiving leather pants as a present during her baby shower.
Yeah, that was probably them just forgetting that leather pants and vegetarians don't go together.
Leather shoes, leather pants. All right, what were your episode reactions, Adam?
Well, Ross's marriage ends not with a bang, but with a whimper. There's a fur coat debate, and it's hard to sell a Yeti attack using your standard sitcom format 3-camera setup. There's some good stuff in here, but it's missing that fun energy that when Friends is at its best.
Yeah, I agree. This is a good episode. It's not amazing, but it's a filler, you know? The marriage had to end, and it wasn't focused on Chandler and Monica sneaking. Joey's a little kooky. Phoebe in the fur. She's just all over the place. It's a lower rated episode. You got to have the okay ones for the great ones to stand out, I think. So.
Yeah, it is one of the lower rated of the season.
Yeah. Are you ready to do some favorites?
Yeah, what's your favorite line, John?
All right. I do like when Phoebe says about her mom, doesn't she know me but at all? I say that all the time.
You do say that. And I landed on Joey saying, well, I don't know about who's here, but I can tell you damn sure who's not here, and that's Rachel. It's like he tried to think of the most awkward way to say it.
Right, that she's not here. My favorite moment, although I do find the character Danny annoying and a bit disturbing later.
No, why?
I love his nonchalant, okay, as he shuts the door in the scene. He keeps shutting the door. Okay, okay, okay. What about you?
And I like Joey's sad face, happy face demonstration while Ross is at his lowest point.
Oh, yeah.
He just turns around and...
There's a cut bit that just makes Ross and Joey's little scene even worse. So it's like, sit down and shut up, Joey. Favorite outfit, I gotta go with Monica's gray pencil skirt and black sweater.
Didn't you pick that last week?
Pencil skirt and a sweater, but it was blue. This one's black. She has on that gray skirt and it has a little flower applique on it. It's really cute. She looks adorable. And you?
I went with the Joey trifecta, going with Mrs. Minnelli and his fur coat. Styling. I mean, if he would have had a band's bag with that outfit, yum.
All right. Themes we explored in the episode. Theme 1, fogging Yetis. I don't think you find too many of those in New York City apartment basements.
Yeah, I don't think they're inside a lot.
No.
Theme 2, compromise to save your marriage, if you can call what they had a marriage. Or a compromise.
Right. Theme 3, holding your true feelings in to save someone else's. It's happened to me. I don't talk to a really good friend that I had for a very long time because she had a douche boyfriend. And then one day she said she didn't love him anymore. So I told her all the stuff I hated about him. And then she ended up marrying him. And then I was her matron of honor. And the day of her wedding, she said, I don't want to marry him. Do you have your car here? Can we go? And I said, yeah. And then she got mad at me because instead of trying to talk her out of it and saying you just have cold feet, I was like, no, don't marry the douche canoe.
Let's Rachel Green your ass out of here.
So, yeah, I know how Joey feels.
And theme 4, fur coats or whatever. Personally, I don't have strong feelings about fur coats other than they are hideous and seem like relics from an older generation. I'm not going to throw paint on anyone, but I understand the people who do want to throw paint on them. Wearing one, I do not understand.
No, I have no. It's very, very old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's a lot of fur coats around anymore.
Oh, there's probably are, just not.
Yeah, not in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break before we break down the episode. We'll be right back.
Hey, oh, who are you? You look like Bigfoot, man.
Okay.
I'm Joey.
Danny.
Man, your beard is so wild.
Okay.
Are you new to the building?
Yeah.
Cool. Look at all this stuff. Oh, is this like camping stuff and equipment?
Yeah.
That's awesome. My friend and I were talking about climbing Mount Everest. Did you climb Everest?
Nope. Andes.
Nice. Ooh, whoops. Is that close to Mount Everest?
Nope. South America.
Right. And Mount Everest is in...
Asia.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to the building.
Okay.
Okay, we're back for the breaking down of the episode.
That was a Danny Russian voice.
You're asking me like I know.
We're back. All right. We start with the cold open. Chandler and Joey's, Monica and Chandler are making out in one of the Rolo-filled chairs. Joey enters with a, hey, none of that. Not while you're living under my roof.
The Magnadoodle says, why? And Chandler's wearing a sweater vest.
An ugly sweater vest, but a sweater vest nonetheless.
Maybe the Magnadoodle is asking why that sweater vest.
Oh, yeah. It's very ugly.
At least we get to count a sweater vest.
Woohoo! And then Monica questions, what? Joey says, look, just because I know about you two doesn't mean I like looking at it. I find that hard to believe too. And Chandler asks, aren't you supposed to be in an audition for another hour? Joey shouts, well, I'm sorry if I'm not a middle-aged black woman, as he heads for his room.
I feel like I need to start saying that more. I'm sorry, I'm not a middle-aged black woman.
And I'm also sorry if sometimes I go to the wrong audition. Okay, look, if I have to pretend that I don't know about you two, then you're going to have to pretend there's nothing to know about. And Chandler and Monica agree, and they both apologize and say sorry.
Sorry.
They wait for Joey to go in his room and close the door, and then they start making out again. Joey shouts from his bedroom, I can hear that. Monica tells Chandler, Rachel's at work. They leave and quietly close the door, but at 3 a.m. they slam the door.
It was a mindless slam.
It's quiet, and then Joey shouts again, I can still hear you. Q, I'll be there for you.
Okay, we return to Central Perk. I noticed when I was watching it the little clip of Pedro standing at the streetlight waiting to cross is at this point. And the extra that I named Reginald is sitting by the window.
Aww.
But more importantly, Chandler, Joey, and Monica are in the friends area of the perk as Phoebe enters carrying a large box. There's a typical exchange of heys before Monica asks, hey, what's that? Phoebe's delighted to share. My mom, the beach Phoebe mom, sent me a family heirloom that once belonged to my grandmother. Can you believe it? A year ago, I didn't have any family, and now I have heirlooms for crying out loud.
And then we have a cut line from Chandler here. Well, the only heirloom I ever got was a feather boa. I got it from my dad, and he got it from his dad.
Oh.
How did I ever get born?
We don't have time to delve into that mystery. So Phoebe does one of my favorite Phoebe things by putting her leg up on the chair and removing a knife from her boot, Mr. Blonde style, to open the box with. And I really like that the boys are shocked at the knife's existence, but Monica is nonplussed.
Really?
She's sitting there like, what? She does this all the time. Phoebe cuts the box open and goes, she goes, ee! Whee! As she pulls the flaps open, all excited, and she pulls out the contents, finds herself holding a fur coat, and goes, "Oh, God!" as she throws the coat toward Joey in a panic. And Joey screams as the coat flies at him, and then touching it, he goes, "Oh, soft. Is this mink?" And Phoebe confirms, "Yeah." And then Phoebe reminds us of this week's conviction that she will be breaking. "Why would my mother send me fur? Does she not know me at all? Plus, I have a perfectly fine coat that no innocent animal suffered to make." And then Chandler quips, "Yeah, just some 9-year-old Filipino kid who worked their fingers bloody for 12 cents an hour." And Phoebe stares at him all wide-eyed, and he backpedals away from reality and tells her, "That didn't happen, I made that up." Phoebe takes the coat and returns it to its cardboard coffin as Ross enters the perk with a hay. Gunther immediately walks up to Ross saying, "Ross, you can't put flyers up in here." And there's like a million.
Right.
Ross looks around at 10 visible flyers hanging around and asks, "How come everybody else does it?" And Gunther just goes, "You can't." So Monica asks Ross, "What is that?" Ross tells her, "I'm just getting rid of a couple things." And Monica looks at the flyer and comments, "This is all of your things." Ross spells out, "Yes, it is, but it's good. Emily thinks we should get all new stuff. Stuff that's just ours, together. Brand new." So Monica sums up the situation a little bit. So basically, this is a get rid of everything Rachel ever touched sale. And Ross expounds, touched, used, sat on, slept on. Gunther, walking by, heard that and immediately said, "I'll take it all." Joey asks if Ross is really okay with that. And Ross has the delusion that if Emily just gets to New York, where Rachel lives, he is sure everything will be fine. Chandler floats, "Okay, but don't you think this is a little extreme?" And Ross snips at them. "After what I did, can you blame her?" "I'm just surprised he didn't sleep with one of the bridesmaids after everything else. Once a cheater, always a cheater."
Well, we just watched the episode before we came up here, and I said, if he had gone to Greece with Rachel,
Right.
There'd been some cheating.
Oh, yeah. He can pretend there wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Phoebe, "OMGs, oh, you got off easy. When my friend Sylvie's husband said someone else's name in bed, she cursed him and turned his thingy green. Now he calls that bit of his anatomy Sprout."
We have another couple cut lines. Ross says, "I guess I'm lucky that Emily is not magic." And Phoebe retorts, "Oh, she is." And then pauses. "We all are." Meaning all of us or just all the women?
Oh, I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think Emily went to Hogwarts, Mudblood. and with that, I feel bad saying Mudblood.
Oh,
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. It's like really dirty thing to say. Don't say it.
And with that, Ross suddenly gets up and goes to the potty for a Phoebe break. And have you ever had to do that with somebody?
Oh, God,
you
yeah.
Just, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom just to get away from you.
Just going to leave the room, refill my drink.
Is that why you refill your drink every night?
10 times a night you're refilling your drink.
Once Ross is out of earshot, Joey complains to the group. What is he doing? Emily thinks Ross's furniture has got Rachel cooties.
Yeah.
And Monica is like, "Now calm down, Adam." But Joey persists. "No, everything's getting all messed up. Emily won't let Ross see Rachel. We're not going to stop seeing Rachel. Hence, Ross stops seeing us." And Phoebe agrees, and she hates this, and everything's changing. And Chandler, not above teasing those in misery, says, "Yeah, I know. We're losing Ross." Joey said, "Hence." Monica reminds Joey of the rules of being a friend. "I'm not happy about it either, but if he's happy, we're just going to have to keep our feelings about Rachel to ourselves."
Emily.
Damn it! That's always fun for me to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody enjoys hearing it. I love doing it. Mon asks Joey, "Are you cool with that?" And Joey goes, "No, but I'm an actor. I'll act cool."
And then the last cut lines of the scene, Joey adds, "Probably be some of the hardest acting I've ever done. Maybe I'll play it with a mustache." And Chandler makes this very frustrated gesture at Joey, like, "Oh my God."
Because last week he was like, "Chandler and a mustache."
All right, now we're in the storage room in the basement of Monica and Rachel's building. Monica and Rachel are looking for something. Rachel shudders. Oh, God, storage rooms give me the creeps. Monica, come on, hurry up. Please, honey. Monica admonishes, Rachel, if you want the little round waffles, you're gonna have to wait until I find the little waffle iron, which I say all the time, too.
And then I usually say to that, lousy waffle maker's been in the shop forever, which is from The Simpsons.
Rachel agrees. She does indeed want the little round waffles.
I want the little waffles.
Monica goes, all right, while looking through a box, and oh, here it is, right underneath the can of Bug Bomb. I wonder if the best place to put something that cooks food is underneath the can of poison.
Who else packed your box, Monica?
Right? In the middle of this basement storage. The single light flickers and goes out, leaving the room in total darkness, which you know is what makes basements so creepy.
Yeah.
The single bulb swaying in the cobweb basement. Great, now I'm scared. Whew. Your basement at your house was creepy, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
The first house we bought, we walked into the basement, we're like, whoa, house built after 1970, basement not so creepy.
Right. House built before 1900s, very creepy
Very
basement.
creepy. Rachel, scared, says, okay, you know what? I'll have toast. She starts to run out, but is stopped by a figure looming out of the darkness, carrying a pickaxe. Okay, he was carrying a pickaxe.
He was.
Rachel screams, ah! They both start screaming at the top of their lungs. Monica shouts, oh my God, fog him!
Yeah,
Fog him!
At no point does he go, it's okay.
I'm Danny. I live
Right.
upstairs. Nope. Because he doesn't say anything. Rachel grabs the bug bomb, activates it, throws it at the figure, and they both run through the fog, narrowly escaping.
Narrowly.
It's like barbarian all over again. Not even close.
Next, we join Chandler and Joey and Phoebe at Central Perk. Phoebe gasps, I don't know what I'm going to do about this coat. She could just leave it in the box and stick it in the closet and forget about it.
She could pawn it, donate the money to mink preservation.
Drop it out of Goodwill.
Joey offers to take it.
Yeah, Phoebe thinks the Joey thing might work. So she gives him the coat. And Joey gets up and puts on the coat. And he's like, ooh, yeah. And he drapes it over himself because the sleeves are too small for him.
Right.
And he's asking, all right, now, what do you think? And Chandler takes a look and goes, you're on in 5, Mrs. Minnelli.
To the younger audience, this is a reference to the actress Liza Minnelli, singer, dancer, and daughter of Judy Garland in the aforementioned Wizard of Oz.
It all connects.
It does.
It all connects.
It's all in the family.
Everything's connected in the world. That's how it is. At best, Joey looks like a mob boss from the Tim Burton Batman. Mm-hmm. And at worst, he looks like an old lady that still writes checks for her groceries. But now Ross wanders over on the phone going, no, it's just a bit sudden. And Ross listens to Emily on the other end. And I'm surprised they didn't do the nagging sound effect coming from the receiver. He's like, no, that's great. No, I'm totally on board. Ross lies. I love you too. Alrighty, bye.
Oh.
He hangs up with the excitement of a man that just found out his pregnant wife is leaving him because she's a lesbian. Joey asks, what's the matter, Ross? And Ross goes, nothing. But he switches gears to go, no, actually, great news. I just got off the phone with Emily, and it looks like I'm moving to a new apartment. Woohoo! And Ross explains that Emily's thought is, and he agrees, a fresh new furniture. Why not a fresh new apartment? Her cousin has this great place to sublet. It's got a view of the river on one side, Columbia on the other, and Rachel's never used that shower.
She has lots of relatives in New York City.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Joey gripes, that's way uptown. It's like 3 trains away. And Phoebe pinches Joey's neck with a grimace on her face, like she's really giving it. And Joey changes his tune, which is great. I love to ride that rail. And Chandler asks Ross, so are you really okay with this? And Ross is like, yes, totes. I mean, it's kind of far from work, but I'll get so much done on the commute. I mean, I've been given the gift of time.
And I want to point out before we get to Chandler's line that on the flyer behind Ross on the pole, it reads, the Dull Divines appearing Thursday nights at Central Perk, but they misspelled Thursday. It just says Thirday.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. And also, there's a lost dog poster. It answers to the name of Ben.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, are they out of names already?
Yeah. So somebody came up with the doll Divines, but nobody can be like, the dog's name is Kaiju.
Right. Nope. Name it Ben. It's fine. 30 years from now, no one's going to care.
Yes, we do. But, Ross said he'd be given the gift of time. And then, so Chandler says, now that's funny because last Christmas I got the gift of space. We should get them together and make a continuum.
Which I thought was funny.
Yes. And Ross just turns and exits to that. He doesn't say anything.
He doesn't like his sarcasm sometimes.
Especially when he's really, really sad.
Or stressed.
So Joey now bitches. Now he's moving? Man, what is Emily doing to him? And Phoebe clenches her teeth and pinches Joey again, and Joey spits out, ow! He's not even here. And Monica and Rachel now enter the perk, all breathless and terrified. Rachel yells, you guys. And Monica tells them, we were just in the storage area, and we saw this really creepy guy. And Rachel starts explaining this like Chunk from the Goonies. It was like a crazy-eyed, hairy beast man, like a Bigfoot or Yeti or something. Holes like matzo balls. And Monica adds, and he came at us with an axe, so Rachel used a bug bomb on him. Rachel brags, yeah, I just pulled the tab and I fogged his Yeti ass. And Joey asks, like, dark hair, bushy beard?
Yeah.
And Joey tells him, yeah, you fogged Danny. And Rachel scoffs, please, we did not fog Danny. Who's Danny?
That was almost my favorite line. I love it.
And Joey explains, Danny just moved in downstairs. Yeah, he got back from a 4-month trek in the Andes. Nice fella. And Monica defensively says, oh, he's nice. He's nice. You always stick up for the people we fog. And Monica and Rachel look at each other as if they may have made a mistake.
Aww. Now they're in their building. Monica and Rachel are going to apologize to Danny. Rachel knocks on the door, which he opens and has this really bushy beard and long hair. Mm-hmm. Picture Paul Bunyan.
I hate to say it, but I think this beard and hair might be fake.
Yeah. Danny answers with a, yeah. Rachel starts, hi, you might not remember us, but we are the girls that fogged you. Monica agrees. We are really sorry we fogged you.
You came at us with a weapon raised in the air.
You didn't say anything.
It was dark.
Danny quips, okay. And he closes the door. Rachel's not happy with that and knocks again. He opens the door. Hi, just so you know, we didn't mean to fog you. We thought you were like a Yeti or something.
Why you keep saying Yeti?
I know.
He could have just been a guy.
We had no idea who you
weapon.
were. Yeah, you scared us. It was dark. Danny agrees again and says, okay, and shuts the door. Once again, Rachel knocks. A little harder this time.
Yeah.
And he answers it, yes.
Yes.
Rachel says, hi, sorry to bother you, but I don't think we can accept your acceptance of our apology. It just doesn't really seem like you mean it. Monica agrees, yeah. And Danny, for the third time, says, okay.
Okay.
Closes the door before Rachel can say anything else.
Number one rule, never answer the door. It's like answering your phone. Who does that?
Monica goes, wow, that guy is rude. Rachel agrees. Really? What is with that guy? I mean, you'd forgive me if I fogged you. Monica goes, well, you did a little bit. Rachel feels bad and says, oh my God, honey, I'm so sorry. Monica replies, I totally forgive you. Rachel goes, really? Monica goes, yeah.
Aww.
So that was so funny. They turned into cheerleaders for a second.
Yeah. So back at Monica and Rachel's, Monica's making a smoothie as Phoebe enters with her damn fur coat again. After a haze, Phoebe goes, so listen, my friend Chris, who owns the crematorium, as she plops the coat down, Monica's like, crematorium Chris, sure. And Phoebe shares that Cece said he would cremate my fur coat for free if, I bring in the next person I know who dies.
Aww.
Phoebe's grandma's passing away soon. She's going to get the CC discount.
Oh, sad.
Rachel. Sorry. Rachel enters from the bathroom and sees the coat and starts fawning over it. Oh, look at these pelts. And Monica warns Rachel, don't get too attached. She's having it cremated. And Rachel responds with a, what? Phoebe, honey, I know you're quirky and I get a big kick out of it. We actually all do. But if you destroy a coat like this, it's a crime against nature. And then she pauses and corrects herself. Not nature. Fashion. And I'm just starting to feel like Chandler in the middle of the argument for no selfless good deeds.
You're just rolling your eyes.
My eyes are just rolling back in my head. I'm like, I don't care about either side of this. Phoebe queries Rachel, this is fashion? Phoebe taunts, grabbing the coat. Okay, so like death is fashion? It's really funny. Phoebe drapes herself in the animal carcass. Here's Phoebe's sporting, cutting-edge haired carcass from the steel traps of wintry Russia. I mean, you really think this looks good? And then Phoebe catches her reflection of herself in the mirror and goes, 'cause I do. So, split second. And Phoebe is like another conviction down as she pulls out her checkbook to pay for some milk, a microwave dinner, and some Tic Tacs.
What? Oh, the old lady. I'm like, where are we going? Oh my God, that was funny. All right, now we're at Ross's apartment. The gang is helping Ross move out by carrying boxes. Chandler has picked a particularly large box, an apparently heavy box, because he's making a running start at it and still can't budget. Ross is on the phone, says, I know, I miss you too. I can't wait to see you. I love you. Bye. Chandler, exhausted, said, okay, what's in here? Rocks? Ross points out, no, this is my collection of fossil samples. Chandler goes, so rocks.
Yeah. Has Ross never packed before? It's like the biggest box there.
I know.
You don't throw all your rocks in one box. That's like an idiom or something. I think.
Right, don't put all your rocks in one box. He picks up a smaller box and carries it to the moving van as Joey returns. Ross points out, I'm really going to miss this apartment. Ben took his first steps right over there.
The first steps he saw.
Joey says, oh, hey, remember when I ran into this thing? The shutters that close off the kitchen? And it kind of knocked me out a little. Ross laments, I love this place. To tell you the truth, I wish I didn't have to move. It's all right.
Smells like monkey.
Joey hesitates and says, are you saying that you're not entirely happy about this? And Ross hesitates. Well, I mean, if Emily gave me a choice. So Joey yells, you do have a choice, Ross. Why are you listening to her? Are you crazy? Ross asks, like, what? Joey says, it's not right what Emily wants you to do. She's totally... And the gang enters behind Joey, and Phoebe pinches him again. Ow! Stop pinching me! Look, now you guys said I only had to keep my mouth shut as long as Ross was happy. Well, he just told me he's not entirely happy.
That's true.
And Ross asks, what's going on? Joey yells, we all hate Emily.
The audience, we all don't like her.
Phoebe says, no. Monica says, no, Ross, we do not hate Emily. We just think that you're having to sacrifice a whole lot to make her happy. Joey goes, yeah. Chandler says, look, we just think that maybe she's being a little unreasonable.
Unreasonable?
Joey agrees, yes, unreasonable. And Ross asks, unreasonable? How about we have this conversation when one of you guys gets married? You have no idea what it takes to make a marriage work. All right, it's about compromise. Do you always like it? No. Do you do it? Yes, because it's not all laughing, happy, candy in the sky, drinking coffee at Central Perk all the time. It's real life, okay? It's what grown-ups do. And he storms out.
Marriage advice? Really?
Okay, I'm on board with the speech, except the candy in the sky. I mean, like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's like everything else is realistic, and then you throw in the most unrealistic thing.
Candy in the sky with Emily.
You said the name right. So Phoebe points out, I think he's right. You guys hang out at the coffee house way too much.
And I think Phoebe is wearing Carol's pants from her leisure shoot outfit that we hated.
Yeah.
I think those are the same pants.
You're right. Yes, because they had a very flat front, no pockets. It was weird.
Yeah. So back to Central Perk, Monica, Phoebe, Joey, and Chandler are recovering from Ross's tongue lashing. Monica claims, I feel so guilty about Ross, and Joey confesses, I kind of feel like it's my fault. And Monica and Chandler both turn and stare at him before Chandler says, kind of. If you would have just kept this to yourself, none of this would have happened. And Joey professes that I'm keeping so many things to myself these days. Something was bound to slip out. And he glares at Chandler. And Chandler commends Joey. Well, I think it was very brave what you did. And Monica pats him on the shoulder. Phoebe gets up while announcing, all right, I can't sit here anymore. I have to walk places. And Cruella drapes her animal skins around her. And Chandler, confused, asks Phoebe, what are you doing with the coat? What about the whole animal rights thing? And Phoebe lies, well, I've been reading up about a lot of information, and minks are not very nice.
And Monica has a cut line that says, so they deserve to be killed?
Right. People aren't very nice. Why don't we turn them into coats?
No, we don't turn them into coats. So Phoebe claims, another cut line.
Yeah.
Well, they're really bad.
And then she goes on, okay, I admit it. I love this coat, okay? It's the best thing I've ever had wrapped around me, including Phil Huntley. And then Phoebe starts to leave, but she circles right back around to Monica and leans over and goes, remember Phil Huntley? He was fine.
I like Monica's little smile. I wonder if that was like an ad lib, if
Right.
that was written, or if she like turned around and said that. Because Monica's smile was pretty funny. We're back at the building in the lobby.
Ooh.
Danny is checking his mailbox as Rachel enters carrying shopping bags and goes to her mailbox. Danny has shaved his beard and cut his hair, and Rachel doesn't recognize him.
No.
She says hi. Danny quips, so you like the short hair better? Rachel turns, what? Yeti? I mean Danny? Danny points out that he had to cut his hair to get rid of the fogger smell.
Did you try a shower, Mr. 4 Weeks in the Andes?
Right? It's called body wash and shampoo.
I don't know how to shower without my sister.
Rachel says, oh, listen, I'm so sorry. I would never have fogged you if I'd known you'd look so, you know.
Terrifying, silently sneaking up on women in the dark while brandishing a weapon.
Right. They had every right to fog him. Danny says, absolutely. Some people are just into appearances. Rachel's shocked. What? Danny says, that's cool. Cool, and starts to leave.
I don't trust this guy. It may be because he played a serial killer on Criminal Minds.
Oh, yeah.
But not necessarily.
Rachel goes, what? Hey, no, that's not cool. You don't even know me. Danny points out, come on, you've got shopping bags, Saks catalog. Rachel shouts, so from that, you think you've got me all figured out? Well, you don't. You know, I could have toys for underprivileged kids in here. Danny asks, do you? She backpedals and says, well, you know, if kids like to play with capri pants. They don't.
Yeah, why claim that if that's not the case?
Right. Danny says, okay, and heads for his apartment. Rachel shouts, and stop saying that. I hate that. Danny replies, okay. Rachel is not giving up. I'm not sure why, but she follows him to his apartment and bangs on the door, which he opens, and Rachel yells, fine, I judged you. I made a snap judgment, but you did it too, and you're worse because you're sticking to your stupid snap judgment. You can't even open up your mind for a second to see if you're wrong. What does that say about you? Without breaking, Danny asks, the pizza place across the street any good?
No.
Rachel's confused and goes, what? Danny points out, I'm hungry. Want to get some pizza? You can keep yelling if there's more. Rachel's still confused and goes, okay, okay.
And stop saying okay, okay?
And Danny replies, stop saying that. I hate that.
All right, then we return to Ross's now empty apartment. He's spackling some holes, just as his friends, Chandler, Joey, Monica, and Phoebe, come to apologize. Phoebe asks the sad man, are you still mad at us? And Ross gives a, yep.
Most people just give you the silent treatment.
Yeah, I like his little, yep.
Yep.
Phoebe, now eager, says, oh, good, because we have an I'm sorry song. But Ross is not in the mood. And Joey steps up to Ross saying, look, Ross, I feel really bad. You're going through all this stuff, and I acted like a jerk. And Chandler admits, yeah, come on, we're so sorry. You know, Phoebe warns Chandler, you're kind of stepping on the song. And Phoebe starts to play, broom, but is interrupted by Joey. Look, we're way out of line. We were totally support you. And Monica adds the very lyrical, whatever you decide, whatever you do. And Phoebe points out, okay, now you're just taking lines right out of the song. And Ross whines, look, it's hard enough. I really need you guys right now. And Phoebe seizes a lull in the conversation. Yes, exactly. That's why. And she strums again, but nobody cares. Monica goes to Ross. Why don't you come over tonight and I'll make you your favorite dinner? And Ross gives in. Okay, thanks, you guys. And he looks at Mrs. Moral High Ground and asks, Phoebes, are you wearing a fur coat? And Phoebe defensively shouts, okay, let's get some perspective, people. It's not like I'm wearing a seeing eye dog coat. Great Cthulhu, keep her away from the seeing eye dogs. She can flip a conviction in seconds.
Oh, you called her Cruella earlier. All right, we're back at Monica and Rachel's. The gang minus Rachel are getting ready for dinner. And Joey says, hey, you know, Ross, I think I kind of understand why I kind of lost it today. Joey points out, you see, I'm an actor, right? So I got to keep my emotions right at the surface, you know? See what I'm saying? I got a lot of balls in the air. Makes like he's juggling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's tough. Guys like me, you know, you wander around, you're alone. Ross goes, what are you talking about?
What the fuck are you going on about?
Joey, back to being Joey, says, I'm not sure. Rachel enters with a hey, and Monica reciprocates, hey, look at you. Where have you been? Rachel says, oh, I went to have pizza with Danny. Monica asks, how did that happen? Rachel says, that Yeti is one smooth talker.
And then Chandler has a cut line. Yetis are smooth talkers. That's why you never see any pictures of them. And then he imitates one like so. Come here, baby, and give me that camera.
Monica says, I hope you're not full because dinner's almost ready. Rachel, seeing Ross, says, yeah, you know, I think I'm just going to hang out in my room. And everyone objects. No, why? Rachel points out, come on, you guys. Listen, if Emily knew I was here having dinner with you, she would flip out, and you know it. It's okay. I don't mind. Ross says, wait. You know what? Just stay, please. It would really mean a lot to me if you stayed. Rachel starts to protest. And Joey shouts, Rachel, please, just have dinner with us. Rachel says, okay, Joey, it's okay. Settle down. Joey calms and says, all right, I'm sorry. You see, Rach, I'm an actor.
I wonder if in the original script, if there was more with his audition at the beginning of the episode. Yeah. They do that so much at the end. So there's a time jump. Dinner's now finished and Ross is looking out the window. Ross is like, hey, look, Ugly Naked Guy's back. The friends all run to the window. It's been a while and the writers need to remind everyone of UNG for when Ross moves in over there.
That's right.
Rachel asserts, I haven't seen him in so long, and Phoebe claims, I really miss that fat bastard.
Dang.
And Monica brings the mood down with, wow, this is weird. I just realized this might be the last time we're all hanging out together.
Aww.
And Joey projects onto UNG. It's almost as if he knew. And that's when the telly rings. Monica grabs the phone and tells Emily, yeah, you tracked him down. Hold on one second. And she hands the phone off to Ross.
I think that line is very telling. Yeah, you've tracked him down?
Yeah. I tried his home and his work and his mommy and daddy's place. Ross talks into the phone going, I'm just having dinner. Yeah, sure, hold on. And he prepares them. She wants to say hi. And Ross puts her on speaker. And Phoebe calls out, hi, Emily. And Chandler says hi. And Emily gives a, hello, everyone. So who am I saying hello to? She's a wily minx, that Emily. And... oh no, Phoebe has already skinned Emily for a hat and a hand muff. No, really. Joey pipes up with a, I don't know about who's here, but I can tell you for damn sure who's not here, and that's Rachel. So much for his acting. Emily laughs at Joey's funniness and goes, well, I should hope not. Ross knows better than to hang out with that coos by now.
Hey!
Rachel's feelings get hurt, and she starts to head for her room, and Ross doesn't like when his other R gets picked on, and he can't help himself from saying, you know what, Rachel is here. And Rachel stops. And Emily shouts, disgusted,
she's there at her apartment where she lives.
And Chandler tries to make it funny. Oh, yeah, there she is. And Ross tells the truth. Yeah, she's here. And Emily orders, Ross, take me off speakerphone. Ross obliges.
So Ross says hi, and Emily yells, how could you do this to me? I thought it made my feelings about Rachel perfectly clear.
At least she looks better. She's out of bed.
Ross, going onto the patio, says, "Look, Emily, I'm just having dinner with my friends, okay?" Emily says, "You obviously can't keep away from her." Ross tells Emily that's ridiculous.
And then there's a few lines that got cut while Ross is on the phone. So Ross hears someone dialing on the same line. Joe, you be Joe, and I'll be Ross.
Okay.
So Ross is on the phone and he goes, "Hello, hello?"
Who is this?
"It's Ross. What are you doing?" And he looks right in through the window.
Right.
And Joey's on the other side of the glass,
Right.
dialing the phone.
Joey goes, Oh, sorry, dude. I had to make a call.
Ross kind of taps on the window with the phone
Right.
to get his attention, and Joey gestures to hold on a second. He just holds up his finger to Ross.
What's going on?
And he's like, "Joey, they don't have two lines. They have two phones."
I hate all of your friends. Gotcha. As he hangs up embarrassed.
Ross to Emily goes, "I'm sorry, Emily. Listen, I've never cheated on you."
Okay, back to the regular.
Yeah.
Ross continues, "Look, I'm moving for you. I'm cutting friends out of my life for you. Please just get on the plane and come to New York, okay? You'll see you're the only person I want to be with." And Emily says, "I'll feel better when I'm there and I can know where you are at all the time." Yowza.
Yikes.
Ross says, "Well, you can't know where I am all the time. This is before GPS and Find My Friend." "Look, this marriage is never going to work if you don't trust me." Emily agrees. "You're right." Ross asks the fatal blow to this 2-week marriage.
It's only been 2 weeks.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, wow.
"So, can you trust me?" There's a pregnant pause before Emily says, "No." See what I did there? Pregnant pause? Because she's pregnant?
Yeah. Can pregnant women have an unpregnant pause?
I don't know.
Okay.
Ross lowers his head in sadness.
Yeah. Then we cut back inside the apartment. And Joey goes, "I think it's going okay. Look, it looks like he's smiling." Monica's dubious. "How can you tell? That's only the back of his head." And Joey argues, "You can totally tell. Here, look, watch me." And Joey stands up facing the window with his back to them and goes, "Smile, frown, smile, frown." And the camera cuts outside to Ross hanging up the phone. He's "Smile, frown." And Ross turns around, discouraged, only to find Joey alternately smiling and then frowning as he stares at him. Ross watches distraught before finally heading back inside. He goes, "Well, I guess that's it." And they all ask, "What happened? Why? What's going on?" Ross states, "My marriage is over." And he kind of falls into the kitchen chair, and Monica goes, "Oh, sweetie, oh, look at you, you're shivering." And Phoebe goes, "Here," and wraps her murder coat around him. And Rachel goes, "Well, on the bright side, now we can just hang out."
No, she doesn't.
Just joking again. Really, she goes, "Ross, honey, is there anything we can do for you?" And Ross, desensitized, mutters, "Yeah, you can help me get my furniture back from Gunther." He's like, "Nope."
I've already done stuff to it. All right, now we're at the tag, a curbside newsstand. Phoebe is whistling and walking up to it wearing her fur coat, and she stops and starts to look through a magazine and notices a squirrel on a nearby tree chirping at her.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Phoebe says to the squirrel, "Okay, stop tormenting me. This is mink, okay? They're mean, and they hate squirrels. And you know, most of these probably wanted to be coats." The squirrel stares at her. "All right, fine, now I get it." To the clerk, she hands her coat. "You take it." She turns back to the squirrel. "Are you happy now? I'm cold."
Thanks, weird girl.
That's the end of the episode.
That's the end.
Cut and print. We're going to take another short break. We'll be right back.
The Maladjusted Misfits now present a friend's tale of terror.
For your Halloween enjoyment.
At the corner of Bedford and Grove in New York City, two friends, Monica and Rachel, descend the stairs into the basement. They enter through a poorly maintained chicken wire storage area. Rachel mutters,
"Oh, God. Storage rooms give me the creeps."
They are further put off by the cobwebs that hung in the shadows and the discarded pirate and clown puppets. Rachel exclaimed,
"Monica, come on, hurry up, honey, please."
Searching for their prize, Monica chides,
Rachel, if you want the little round waffles, you gotta have to wait until I find the waffle iron.
Amidst the sounds of mice crawling and the dust-covered, discarded Xmas decorations, Rachel states,
I want the little round waffles.
Monica passes by a spot where years prior another friend of theirs, Phoebe, was shot with a tranquilizer by a frenzied animal control employee, rendering one buttock numb.
All right.
Monica declares with a searching look through the box.
Oop, here it is, right underneath the can of bug bomb. I wonder if the best place to put something that cooks food is underneath the can of poison.
The ladies giggle, but then the sound of an electric current sparks through the air. The single light flickers and goes dark, leaving the pair in total darkness, the faint smell of burnt wires descending upon them. Rachel mutters.
Okay, you know what? I'll have toast.
They make a break for the stairs and the nightmarish blackness around them. But quietly looming from the stairs, a figure, a monstrous, hulking beast, massive and wild hair erupting unkempt from around the thing's head. Rachel screams in fright.
Ah!
She runs in a terrified circle. The beast remains silent as it rears itself up and begins thrashing about. Monica has frozen on the spot, but has joined Rachel in a manic shouting.
Oh my God!
The beastly Yeti then brandishes a weapon above its head. Its mute intentions are clear and murderous. Searching for anything they might use to defend themselves, Rachel's hand clasps over the bug bomb. Monica screams.
Fog him! Fog him!
Rachel intuitively activates the mild chemical bomb and launches it at the beast. The beast retreats into the fog encompassing it as it thrashes its arms madly about. Their friends use the chaos to run to the stairs. They ascend the steps. There is no time to look back. They can only hope the silent beast isn't nipping at their heels. All right, we're back.
We're back. What did we learn from this episode?
Joe, what did you learn?
I don't understand their basement situation in this building. Everyone's boxes and stuff are just down there. Anyone could have grabbed the little round waffle maker. Is it just a free-for-all?
Yeah, it's a little. Usually, there's a bunch of little gates.
Yeah, like
little,
it's coordinated. Yes, quarantined off.
Yeah.
Like little sections. Yeah.
But it's just kind of a hodgepodge down there. Trigger really needs to get down there.
What did you learn?
I learned that Ross and Emily were just never going to work out.
No.
And that you could use a bug fogger to distract a Yeti.
Yeah.
And that some people think those fur coats don't look stupid.
What are your final thoughts of this episode?
What do you think Gunther's doing to all Ross's stuff?
Oh, I don't want to imagine.
Come on, let's imagine it. Okay, let's imagine the mattress.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, speaking more on creepy basements.
Mm-hmm.
When I was little, we lived in a duplex in the
Okay.
apartment on the first floor, and we rented out the upstairs apartment.
Okay.
And my mom would always make me go into the basement and stand under the laundry chute, so it went from the top apartment all the way down to the basement.
Right.
To the upstairs apartment so you could hear what they were yelling. So, like, if they were arguing, I could go down there and stand. And then I could hear what they were saying. And I would take notes and go up and report out to, like, my mom what they were talking about. Yeah. And so back to the show. Also, why would Emily call where Rachel lives and then get mad that Rachel is there?
Right. Well, she was probably hoping that Ross wasn't even there.
Right. All right. What's our sweater vest tracker?
Well, the prior count was 1.
Yeah.
The episode total was 1.
Woohoo!
So the overall count is 2. We're already at the same amount we had for entirely the last season.
Oh, cool. We definitely are going to surpass it this season. Yeah. All right. And the Magnadoodle tractor?
Tractor.
The Magnadoodle tracker said, why?
Why?
Why, Chandler, are you wearing that ugly sweater?
Just so we could add it to the total. We thought you guys would be happy, and you're complaining.
All right. What's the rating for this episode?
The episode rating is 7.8 out of 10 stars with 5,300 ratings. 5,300 ratings.
And again, it's a lower rated episode,
Yeah.
so not a lot of people like it. So I pulled an IMDb review for you to read.
Okay. All right. Spoilers. Taylor Kingston in 2015.
Okay.
I really love this episode. There's so many funny elements to it. It's just great. In this episode, Phoebe receives a fur coat from her mother, and at first she refuses to wear it because it's fur, and she's totally against that. But then she sees how good it looks on her, and she decides to ignore her beliefs, at least for a little while. Meanwhile, Monica and Rachel go down into the basement to get their waffle iron, and they see what they think is a Yeti. They spray him with a bug bomb and run away. It turns out it was just their neighbor Danny, who had just been on a truck for months in the wilderness. And that's why he has such long hair and a long beard. Hey, my hair's long. I haven't been in a truck anywhere. That was an editorial from me.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, everyone becomes frustrated and annoyed with Emily's demands, which aren't entirely unreasonable since Ross did say the wrong name at their wedding. But I feel like that's what happens when you marry Ross Geller. Jeez, I really hate Ross Geller. He's so obnoxious. Overall, I give this episode 9 out of 10 stars.
It's one of the lowest rated episodes, and all the other ratings are like 6, 7, maybe an 8, but this one's 9 out of 10, baby.
I like when Ross is sad.
All right, what is next week's episode?
The one where Ross moves in.
Tell us the synopsis.
Well, Rachel has a lot of balls in the air. She tries to land Danny. Phoebe gets more than a warning from the health inspector.
Oh.
And Ross has to move in with Chandler and Joey after Emily's wrath leaves him homeless.
Who needs a lease when we're family?
I need a lease. I always need a lease.
Right. Are you ready for some maladjusted content?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, we watched so much since we last recorded. We're trying to throw in as many Halloween things as we can. So we watched a movie called Hell of a Summer.
Hell of a Summer.
That was directed by, what's his name?
Finn Wolfhard.
Finn
and
Wolfhard.
Billy Burke.
Billy Burke, yes.
Right.
Not the Billy Burke from Twilight. Different Billy Burke, spelled different.
A younger Billy Burke.
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard is Mike from Stranger Things.
That's right. And it was really cute. It was really cute little horror movie at a summer camp. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And there was a twist and it was good.
Yeah.
And so that
It
was fun. And then we watched Dead Male, which really isn't a horror movie, but it kind of has like a...
It's kind of a thriller suspense, but it's very strange.
Yeah.
I'd seen it before, and I
Right.
was like, I think you would like this.
Right. And I loved it. It's so cute at some parts. It's very heartwarming. It's still very strange. Like you're still watching it going, what am I watching? This is really weird. It's funny, like laugh out loud funny, but it's got some heart to it, and I really enjoyed
sad.
it.
Like there's kidnappings.
Yeah.
There's people held. Well, that's what a kidnapping is.
Yeah.
But
and then somebody dies, and
like it starts off, a guy comes running out of the place, tied up,
Yeah.
and he puts something in the mailbox.
Right.
So then we go to the post office.
Right.
And the post office is all these weird little individual people.
Working there.
And they're like, oh, we got to send this note
to Jasper
in the dead letter office.
Yeah.
And Jasper uses his accomplices overseas and all these methods at his disposal to track down the address of all the dead letters.
Dead letters. Like, so the two girls in the office are trying to like fill in the blanks. Like, oh, that's not this zip code, it's this zip code. Or they meant to put avenue instead of street.
Right. They're doing all the easy fixes.
Right. And then when they find something they can't read or something like that, then they take it to Jasper, who is really smart and tracks these people down, returns things that were lost, and it's a really cute story. I highly recommend it. Yeah.
Dead Mail on Shudder. It's cute.
Yes. And then I was watching a documentary called The Program.
Mm-hmm.
And so you came in, you only missed the first episode, but it was about a school that a religious school that parents would pay to have their children kidnapped in the middle of the night,
Right.
taken to this school.
It was one of those
Scared Straight.
Scared Straight programs. Yeah.
And the kids weren't even that bad. Like, the one girl who wrote the documentary said that the reason she was kidnapped and sent away to this boarding school was because she drank a Mike's Hard Lemonade at 14. And so she was on a path of destruction.
Right.
So, a Mike's Hard Lemonade, which is like the lowest percentage of alcohol. And they sent her away, and she spent until she was 18 at that school. And they talked about how they had to pretend to do things and be good so that they could get out.
And they just talk about how the school is just kind of a money-making scam.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't really care about rehabilitating the kids.
Right. So they did investigation, and they were like, follow the money and stuff like that. So it ended as in they weren't finished investigating the school. But the school,
she was hoping, one of the kids who was in the school made the documentary, and she was, her hopes are that the documentary will help urge some lawmakers to get their shit into gear, because a lot of the lawmakers are friends with the people who did the bad shit. No, I don't think that's right.
That's not true. But that was really good too.
Yeah.
And then we went to the movies on Sunday and saw Good Fortune.
Yes.
Which has Keanu Reeves and Aziz Ansari.
Yep.
And
written and directed by Aziz Ansari.
Yes, and Seth Rogen. And it was really cute. We took the girl kid. She enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. She likes Keanu Reeves.
Right. Keanu's an angel.
Yep. And it's really funny because he has this really good dry delivery anyway. Yeah. And then he really, because he's an angel, doesn't know how to interact with people. So it's even drier. Right. It's really funny. So,
big recommend for Good Fortune.
Recommend that. So, anything else we watched? Is that about it?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
That's a lot. We watched a lot. So, all right, you ready to wrap this up and let these people out of here?
Yeah.
We're so glad you stumbled across the podcast. If you're enjoying it, please share it with other friends, fans.
Or maybe rate it and or leave a review.
And if you want to contribute your thoughts or reactions to the podcast, send us your musings and we'll share them on that episode. You can also write just to say hey.
Come on, we'd like to hear from even more of you misfits out there.
Check the show notes for details. You know how to get a hold of us.
Joe, are you ready for a cup of coffee?
Always. Hi, you might not remember us, but we're the girls that fogged you.